What is up, my friends, in the YouTube pipe community? Today, I'm going to be uploading a couple of videos, this being the first. Just got a couple packages, and I got a couple more tins of Navy Flake, and a tin of this. Macbaren's Vintage Syrian. Now this is the first Macbaren tin I've ever bought. And I figure I better go ahead and get it while it's still around and try it at least. And I noticed that the old tins just had a lion's face in the background, but now it has like a crest. And now this is part of the sticker too now. It's not just all gray, they add the warning label to it. But they still use a painted top, but they put a sticker on it. They just paint it black, put some writing on the rim, the edge, and then throw the actual sticker on there. So they probably use all the same lids, but with different stickers, which is pretty funny. But let's go ahead and pop this guy open and check it out. And I'm looking forward. I actually have across the pond right here too, and we'll kind of maybe maybe compare it a little bit. I don't know. Let's see. Boom. Ooh. Looks like how Dunhill used to look like back in the day when they were in their heyday a few years ago. And it says more natural pipe tobacco. So let's see what we got going on here. We've got a card on the inside here. It says more natural pipe tobacco. Today the HH tobaccos have their very own branch on the enormously varied Macbaren family tree. Every blend in the HH series is unique in its own way and has been crafted with the guiding principle that only the absolute necessary ingredients to support the natural aroma of the leaf will ever be added. None of the blends have any artificial barrier between the smoker and their experience of pure tobacco taste. And that is actually quite a lovely little card. It's got like a little forest in the background. Just a lovely little card. Really is. And the tobacco here, we can definitely tell this is just all types. It's like you can tell it's a Balkan. At least it's, you know what I mean? Like look at all the color there. It's just every different kind of color tobacco you can imagine right there. Black, sprites, reds, Turkish, all types of different colors, and it's a rather coarse cut. Seems maybe we could call this a ribbon, but it almost seems kind of coarse to me. Ooh, and the smell is quite complex. I get the Orientals for sure, and that smokiness from the Syrian Latakia is definitely there. That smokiness almost has like a savory, like salty, bacony addition to the blend. Really is a savory smelling blend. It smells so good you could eat it. It's like beef jerky. And it looks good. Looks very good. Kind of reminds me of Robert McConnell's Oriental too. Let's do a little comparison here. They smell somewhat similar, although this has the across the pond, of course, has the McClellan's kind of it's not as natural. They add some kind of a humectant. I don't see any any crystals on the Latakia, which typically, okay, 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 yeah, there definitely, absolutely is some Syrian Latakia. I mean, I know they say there's Syrian in it, but um, the proof is in the pudding kind of deal. And I've smoked enough blends with Syrian to know what it looks like. It doesn't look the same as Cyprian, but man, that has a pungent, smoky, lovely, lovely smell. And out of the, ooh, that's almost ready. That's like 5 minutes of drying time right there. That's hardly any drying time really. So anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and let it dry for a couple of minutes because that's all it looks like it needs. And then I will pack it up and get it lit up and come back, and we'll talk about it. We'll talk about the first impressions. So we just got this guy freshly lit, and right off the bat has a great flavor. A really nice, really, really nice English flavor. I don't know if I would say it's a Balkan just yet. Just from the first few puffs. The first puff tasted more like an English. The first couple did. Could be due to the fact that they supposedly say just under half of this vintage Syrian is Latakia, whereas a Balkan wouldn't be that way. Balkan would have a lot. I think the percentage of Latakia would be less, and they would make up for that with Orientals. Hmm. This is lovely. This is absolutely lovely. Hmm. It smokes like it smells, real savory. Mm. I swear it almost reminds me of cognac mixture, Smoker's Haven cognac mixture. I smoked a bowl of Our Best Blend earlier, and it wasn't it doesn't have this. This is a little sweeter than Our Best Blend is. Which cognac mixture is Our Best Blend with a cognac topping. And that's why I say it tastes a little bit more like cognac. Cognac mixture because it has a little bit of sweetness to it, kind of like Presbyterian did. Top of the line. Top of the line tobacco, though, I can tell you that much. May have to pick up some more. Mm. I mean, this is like a if I owned a tobacco restaurant or a tobacco shop, and I made a house blend that tasted exactly like this, I would call it English or Balkan Dream. English Dream or Balkan Dream. Because this is like, it's checking all the boxes. It's a Balkan slash English lover's dream. This is cheap, tasty, but will it? But will it be around that long? You know, will it? That's the only bad part. It's not going to be around a long time. Although I do hear that that they're going to be replacing it with a tint with a blend called Vintage Latakia. So it'll be vintage Cyprian Latakia, which is going to change the flavor profile consequentially, which is unfortunate, but you got to enjoy it while it lasts. Nice thing is it is unadulterated. You can tell they didn't throw anything on it. It's natural, um, how an English should be. Mm, very natural, very tobacco-y. Um, it just comes off as a complex blend of tobaccos. The Latakia is the star role. I'm not getting a whole lot of Orientals like Penzance or Our Best Blend, so this is more of an English, I think, in my humble opinion, as they say. Mm. Well, anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and smoke it down and come back when I'm down to the last quarter. So right down here at the last third of the bowl or so, and I'll say right off the bat, I am rather impressed with this blend. Pleasantly surprised. I had heard that it was good and it was a solid blend that, you know, stood on its own. But I didn't think it would be this good. Um, the Syrian really adds a nice creamy texture to the smoke. Leaves a pleasant aftertaste in your mouth. Burns really fine, just like they said. A pretty fine white gray ash. Real savory. Mm, very savory. And it's cheap too. Easy to get for now. I'm sure this would even be a good blend with Cyprian Latakia. It's not quite as floral as some of the Syrian Latakia blends I've smoked. Although that may not have been the Syrian that made it floral. Maybe there was something else that they had added. Like the Across the Pond had a little bit more of a floral flavor to it. Like maybe they used like that Bosma or something as well. This one has more of like a hardcore savory flavor to it. Definitely something I'd like to have stashed away for the future. I don't know if I would pine or if I would buy the 16-ounce bag. I would probably buy the 50-gram tins. Mm. Just a lovely, lovely smoke. I mean, it's almost in the same vein as the Smoker's Haven blends. It reminds me of them, of the Our Best Blend, the In Between mixture, exotic mixture. Kind of reminds me of them. Not so much exotic because it is a little bit more Oriental forward, but Our Best Blend and the In Between this kind of reminds me of them. The In Between especially. I would say this is definitely an English blend, not a Balkan. I would say the Latakia um, is in the driver's seat here, but not in a bad way. It's in a really creamy, smooth. It's not a super pungent. It's not pungent in the retrohale. Smooth all the way around. No matter how you smoke it, it's just a smooth, smooth blend. Uh, didn't require a whole lot of relights. I'd give this one a 3.5 star rating for sure. Really just a satisfying smoke. The nick hit isn't bad. I would say it's medium. You know, your mileage may vary on that depending. I would say medium though. It's not super strong, but I can somewhat feel the nicotine. And I've really been chooching on it, and it hasn't got hot on me. No tongue bite to speak of. No harsh moments. The Orientals are there. They're just, I don't want to say subdued. The Latakia just has a greater presence. I guess the Virginias are there, but very lightly. I don't get a ton of sweetness out of this blend. It's more like savory, like steak and potatoes or something. It's just a really good smoke. I mean, this is just a really good smoke. I'm looking forward to trying the rest of the H&H line. I saw that guy Max something, the new guy on the block. He opened up a tin of Bold Kentucky, and not gonna lie, made me want to order one. Not Bold Kentucky, Old Dark Fired. Their presentation is spot freaking on, and it looks like they just make some. They just take care to make sure that it's really appealing. In this blend especially, it looked appealing, smelled appealing, it tastes appealing. The smoking mechanics are easy. Smokes well, burns well, very minimal relights. Before this is gone, I will have at least a couple more tins for the cellar. I would definitely recommend try giving this stuff a shot if you haven't already. If you're an English guy, like, and also this kind of reminded me of Margate too, because of its the lat forwardness of it. Lovely. But anyway, guys, we're running off into the abyss here with the time, so I'll let y'all go. I hope you enjoyed the two videos today. Hope y'all enjoyed the review as much as I did, because this is just a fantastic tobacco. And hope you had a good weekend. Until next time, Treetop Piper, over and out.